Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. The purpose of this training is to talk to you about Google Sites. Google Sites is obviously a Google product. It is a website designer. I am currently inside Google Drive. This is the place that I usually start in order to design any of my websites. I'm currently inside the 6th grade folder, which is inside the sample folder, which is inside my drive. You are in charge of where you store this material. If you have a science website and you wish to store it inside of a science folder, that's fine. Or if you just want it inside of my drive in general, that's fine as well. And I'm going to do one of two things in order to start this website. You can either right-click on the screen and choose Google Sites from the drop-down menu. In order to find Google Sites, I need to use the More button inside of the drop-down menu, and you'll see how Google Sites is located right here. Another way to start a brand new Google site is to come over here, and you'll see the New button over here, and when you click on New, that very same menu appears, but once again, I still also need to use that More button to access Google Sites. I'm going to click here one time. When I arrive in this space, it starts with a very generic template. Over here on the top left, you can name it whatever you wish so that it's easy for you to locate it. So if you are the soccer coach and you want your website to be related to soccer, then you can go ahead and identify that over here. Whatever you put over here in this top left corner is an identifier for you, and it's not necessarily something that your audience will see. So if I changed this to soccer, and then if you want to include the name of a specific school or organization or club or something, maybe I'll just call it soccer club. Okay, for ease of use, and then I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. This is the tool that helps me locate that specific website in Google Drive. Let me scoot over to Google Drive and show you. Right now it says Untitled Site, but if I refresh the page, it now says Soccer Club. If I have forgotten where I've stored that resource inside of Google Drive, I can come up here where it says Search Drive in order to search for Soccer Club, and then I can find it easily. Let me scoot back over to Soccer Club. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a title that is visible to my audience. This is my home page of my website. I'm going to click right in here where it says Your Page Title. I'm going to click one time. I'm inside of text that was placed here as a marking point, so I need to delete all of that, and I'm going to call it Youth Soccer Club. I'm not going to press enter. I'm going to click away from it in order to disengage from it. However, if there are characteristics of that font color, font style that I would like to change, I can click back in here at any time, because right over here it's identified as title casing. If I want it to have what's classified as heading or subheading character traits, then I can override that and change that if I want to. Over here, I have several fonts to choose from. So I will show you what that looks like. I have to illuminate the text and then come up here and then choose that font. And if I'm dissatisfied that it bumped down, I can grab the bubble on the right-hand side and scoot over to the right, and then come over here and click on the bubble and scoot over to the left. And then, oh, it looks like it's still not going to, there we go. I had to make it a little bit longer. If I want to know what it's actually going to look like when I'm outside of the website editor, okay, this is a space where I can edit my website, so I'll call it or classify it as a website editor. When I'm away from the editing portion and I'm actually looking at the website, it's going to look different. My audience is not going to see all these editing tools on the right-hand side. So if at any point I say to myself, I wonder what it's going to look like to my audience, I can scoot up here where it shows me what will it look like if you're on a computer, what will it look like on a cell phone. I'm going to click right here for visibility options, and oh, look at this. When my audience comes here, it will show Youth Soccer Club right here on 2 different lines. And down here, if they're on an iPad or a tablet, what will it look like? And when they're on a cell phone, what will it look like? So let me click the X over here so that I get away from the visibility feature. And now I'm back to the editor. So if I'm dissatisfied that it shows up on two different lines, let me illuminate all of that text and let me adjust that font size. By adjusting it down to a font size of 60, let's scoot over here and let's scoot over to a full screen computer, and this is what it looks like. Let me click on the X over here and I'm back to the editor. In addition to placing the title of the website into this space, I can also choose themes. Themes represent specific fonts that are going to be universal throughout your website, as well as color schemes that are universal throughout your website. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says themes. I'm going to click one time in order to get over to themes. And these are pre-established themes that you can choose from in order to save time and energy. I'm going to click on this one right here where it says level, and you will notice how that background image changed. The font stayed the same, but you'll notice how the style back there changed. And I can also override specific colors by choosing any one of the colors that are here, or I can click on the bucket to choose a specific color that's going to be consistent throughout my website on many pages. Additionally, let me click in the white space for that to disappear. And then the font style, when I click the down facing arrow over here on the right hand side, these are the 3 standard fonts that are going to run throughout my website without me making any changes. I tucked a text box into the page so I can show you how this changes. Right over here where it says font style, 3 have been pre-selected for me. I can override these and change them as I see fit. But if I would like for one specific font to run through the website with ease, I can choose one of these. And as I choose one, you can see how it blinks and then it changes to that font style that I've chosen. So there's slab, here's sans, and then here's narrow. So each time I choose one of those, it becomes the main or standard font that runs throughout my website, and you can make those choices. If at any point in time you choose to change this, you can easily just click on a different one to see what it looks like, and you can choose a specific color within that theme that you like best. When it comes to themes for your website, you are not limited to only the themes that you see here. You can override the image right here with an image of your choosing. If, for example, you are a part of a robotics club, or in this specific situation, it's a soccer club, you can easily put an image of your soccer team in that space. Let me go ahead and model what that looks like. So I searched the internet for some royalty-free images, something that would grant me permission to utilize this in a non-consumer way. And this wallpaperheart.com website, okay, they're making wallpapers for your computer. So I feel like it's safe to use this image for my tutorial, and I have saved it over here to Google Drive, and I'm going to come over here and add this to the youth soccer club. Right over here, it says change image, and I'm going to select an image. So I'm going to pull something from Google Drive, and I'm going to click one time. Google provides you with several images or artistic files to choose from. Don't feel like you have to go out and take a picture or find one. There are several here for you to choose from, and you literally just click any one of these and click select, and then it will override the existing image that was previously there. And I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to show you how to add the soccer picture. Let me go ahead and choose change image. I'm going to choose select image again. This time I'm going to go to Google Drive, Inside Google Drive, I want to go to the sample folder, and inside the sample folder, I want to go into 6th grade because that's where I'm choosing to store all of my materials for this specific tutorial. Here is the image that I was looking for. I'm going to click one time. I'm going to choose the select button located right here. If you are uncertain as to whether or not you're going to like this image on an iPad or a cell phone, you're more than welcome to click on that visibility feature to see how your audience will see that image depending on the type of device that they are using. If you are fully satisfied with that image, you can certainly continue to use it as is. If you are dissatisfied with where it lands, for example, someone's head is cut off in this particular image, you would need to edit that image outside of Google Sites in order to resize or reposition specific aspects of that image. Within this header editor, we also have the header type over here, and by clicking here, you have a few different options to choose from. Cover is going to make the image quite large. Large banner is going to widen the amount of space where you can see the image. Banner was what we were originally seeing as the default, and then title only is going to remove the image completely. You have the ability to choose which of those options you like best. Google saves all of your hard work for you. Before you leave this web page, please verify up here that Google has saved all of your hard work. And one last thing to note. Your website is not published out on the internet. No one can get to your resource yet. We'll talk more about that in a later session. Team, thank you so much for coming to this tutorial. Feel free to join me on the next one.